Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today is a good day because it is a Revoslot day. Or is it? Okay, so this is the Datsun 510. Let's have a look at this car, see what we think. This is, I'm not going to hold back. So, first impressions, we've got the car. Great looking car, great looking livery. So this is the numbered 52 car. Okay. So first thoughts, the detail on these cars is really, really good. So I'm not going to take that away from Revoslot. The quality of the paint job is 10 out of 10. I would definitely say it's higher than a Scale Electric in terms of quality, but then it costs twice the amount as a Scale Electric. So, or thereabouts. So, there we go, yeah. Let's take it off the plinth. We'll just have a look at the car as a whole. So, just drop that to one side. So these are metal chassis cars, the Revos. This is different to my Porsche. Completely different metal chassis. So they are different depending on which car you buy. It's not just one chassis and a body on top. So that is good. The only thing straight away with the Revo is the fact that these wheels don't really go round. Look, they're actually rubbing on the body. That is an issue. This gear mesh feels quite tight as well. Now on my Revo white kit for my Porsche, I noticed that the gear mesh was just completely loose, which is fine because it's a kit. I don't have any problems with that. You buy a kit, you expect to have to build it up and tune it up, but when you buy a box fresh car such as this that you've paid a lot more money for, you kind of expect it to work out the box to an extent. And I don't mean you don't need to do any tuning, but I would expect the car to at least run without much issue. But then having to do some tuning on top is expected. But with this particular car and quite a lot of the other cars, they're so different in terms of how they've come in the box. Some of the motor's completely loose. The gear mesh is really was non-existent. I saw Marty had issues with the axle holders, where the axle holders weren't even straight on the car. I'm just thinking, is that really acceptable for a box fresh car? And people are saying, oh, it's a hobby car. Well, I have to agree with the people that aren't happy, and they're saying, no, that's not acceptable. It's a box fresh car. It should at least go around the track, which this doesn't. I'm going to have to tune it up and check it all over, and especially because the wheel alignment was completely out on Marty's car, I'm going to take it to bits and check that as well. So it is a little bit disappointing, if I'm going to be honest. So this is a Scale Electric Mark 1 Escort RSR, and this is about half the price. We take a look at the quality of the paint job. There are a couple of places where it isn't 100%, and I still have an issue with that for how much they charge for the cars, but it's not bad. It's not bad. You can see just at the corner here, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's not quite right on the edges, and I found a few blemishes in the clear coat as well. But overall, this car is better out the box than the Revoslot. And I've got to be honest, the paint job on this is very good, and it's acceptable for the money that you pay. And the gear mesh on this is perfect, and it runs straight out the box, which I think, yes, it's not got the performance that the Revo has, but as I say, for the money that I pay for this, I expect it to work, at least work out the box. I expect it to go around the track. I don't expect to not have to do anything to it, obviously, but I think the Revo need to change how they put the cars together. If you're selling cars that are in a box, then they need to work. Complete cars in a box. Fair enough with the kits, doesn't matter, it's a kit, you're expected to build it and put it together. That's part of a kit, and for the money, the kits are really, really good value. So why would I buy this when I can just buy a kit and build it up from a kit and save myself a lot of money? So I know that obviously I might not be able to get the same paint job, the paint scheme, so that's a reason why you might buy this out of the box, but I don't think it's acceptable for the money that you pay for them to have these kind of issues. And I know people say, well, it doesn't matter, I can tune it up, but you know, you could be spending an hour getting the car how you want it, and I just don't think that's acceptable. The other thing with the Revoslots is the communication of the parts and the spare parts isn't very clear. So there's no information about tuning, which is where people are going wrong, because these chassis aren't adjustable out of the box. You can't adjust the chassis as is. What you have to do is buy parts to increase the spacing to get more float or less float, zero float, and that is how you tune them up. But that means extra cost on top of what you've already paid for a car that doesn't work. So it's, for me, that's just, I'm happy to pay the extra for the parts, but for it to not really work out the box, this is just tight. It doesn't need, the wheels don't even really go round. It's just rubbing against the body. I mean, how much time does it take to pop a body on and ensure the wheels go round? You know, they're either just knocking them out the factory and just don't care how they're put together. It's just, I just don't think it's acceptable. So that's my take on the Datsun 510. I'm not happy, and I was considering returning the car, to be honest. I just don't think it's good enough. But that's my take on the Datsun 510. I haven't been able to run it, so I can't show you any laps because of the issues, and I haven't had time to get it running. So there we go. So that's the Datsun 510. Right, until next time, guys. See you later. Bye.